we were hobbyists. Backyard movies are sort of the best way to describe what we did in single digits into double digits. And then when we were in middle school, my producing partner, Alfred Spellman, that's where I met him. He's a co-founder of my company, Raconteur, and we met in television production class, and we had a particularly inspiring teacher by the name of Sheila Spicer, who every morning, first period, we had to produce the morning news that would air on the closed-circuit TV station for the middle school, Highland Oaks Middle School, in the next morning. And so she identified some sort of talent in the both of us, and she really paired us up and literally gave us the key to the studio at WHOM, Highland Oaks Middle. And that was the beginning of that partnership and that producing relationship. And then that was middle school. And then when we started to get more ambitious with some of our backyard projects, we incorporated we were 15, so our dads were like the president, vice president, treasurer, and secretary on the state forums because we weren't 18 yet. And so then we would go out and take meetings and try to actually produce something a little more professional. We wound up producing a short scripted piece called Waiting with an ellipses in 1994-95, which was about a high school girl waiting for the results of her HIV blood test. So AIDS education was really just kind of coming onto the scene at that point, and there was a curriculum for all of the public schools, but the teachers had no idea what to do with it. It was incredibly awkward. It was incredibly uncomfortable, and very few people knew what to do with it. In fact, teachers, educators. So, in fact, our teachers, I remember middle school, they assigned it to us. They made it like a big interdisciplinary group project in the gifted program at Highland Oaks. They're like, let's not even talk about this awkward shit with the students. Let's make them teach it to the underclassmen. So it was like we got the assignment with the curriculum to try to teach. So I realized that's sort of an interesting kind of, I guess sort of gap in the market. And so we thought we would do this kind of by kids, for kids project where we'd all work for community service hours, which you needed them to graduate Miami-Dade County Public Schools. And we would do this project that we would then try to peddle to the public schools in order to say this could replace or essentially checks all the marks in all of the kind of mainstream AIDS education for middle school. Even elementary schools, I think, had some as well. And so we went out and produced this. We wound up selling it to Miami-Dade, Monroe, Orange, Broward counties, and then at the time, what was the largest educational video distributor in the world picked it up, started dubbing it over into different languages, and to this day, I sometimes hear from kids who are like, "Did you produce that AIDS education movie that I saw in elementary school?" Which is kind of insane. But that was our first big internationally distributed project. Was Waiting when we were 15 years old. It premiered at World AIDS Day, I think in 1995 or December of 94 or something like that, at what is now History Miami in downtown Miami.